Welcome back. It is 5:12 on this Friday morning. We're getting closer and closer to Christmas now. Only 5 days away. And as you're stepping out, it is cold out there. We have frost all over the place. 33 in Chattanooga, 31 in Athens, 34 in Altamont. Actually a little bit colder in the valley than what Murphy and Blue Ridge are waking up to, but there's a chill in the air across the entire area. And the next several days is going to be pretty cold before we start that warming trend into Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. Here's a look at your highs. 45 in Cleveland today, 48 in Blue Ridge, 39 in Altamont. Now, we are going to have a secondary cold front coming through a little bit later on. That's going to drop temperatures even more. Winds will pick up, gusting upwards of 25 miles per hour. And we'll start the day with some sunshine, but I do think the cloud cover will really start to build in as we get into your afternoon. So here's a look at your North Georgia Toyota cam. No rain, no fog. Now I have noticed maybe a little bit of shallow fog in places, so that could drop visibility down a little bit, but really not going to be a huge concern for your Friday. But here's a look at our Clipper system that's going to bring some higher elevation snow later today. Already bringing some pretty good snow showers to Chicago, Milwaukee, parts of Indiana and Ohio, but this is all going to drop to the south, and it does look like this snow will move out before kickoff a little bit later this weekend against the Vols and Buckeyes. If any of you are heading up there today, could run into a few snow showers along the way. But here's a look at our satellite radar. All calm across the southeast. If you're getting some of that holiday travel underway a little bit later this morning, should be looking pretty good. But then by this afternoon, that's when that system's going to drop down and bring the potential for some snow showers in places like Monteagle, up it through Grundy County. You can see some of that blue showing up. Now, these systems can be very tricky. Sometimes these high resolution models don't pick up the moisture very well, so there could be more blue showing up later this afternoon, and I think there will be, especially along the plateau. Best chance for snow, of course, going to be along the Tennessee-North Carolina line in those elevations above 2,500 feet. That's where winter weather advisories are in effect. And even Gatlinburg could get upwards of an inch of snow. If you're heading up there this weekend, you could see a few flakes, especially later today into tonight. Notice a little bit of blue showing up, but by this evening, not a whole lot going on, so there's not going to be as much moisture. And then along the Tennessee-North Carolina line, that northwest flow kicks in, and there's going to be some additional snow showers. So if you're traveling into those areas, just be mindful. Could run into a few slick spots going over the mountains into East Tennessee and Western North Carolina. Still thinking a trace to up to a half an inch will be possible. Again, the half inch is probably the higher end along the plateau, but it is something that I'm going to watch for as we get into late this evening and Saturday morning. So here in the valley, don't expect to see any snow. Metro mountains, maybe a few flurries later this evening. A trace to a half of an inch again along the Cumberland Plateau in the eastern mountains into the Blue Ridge. I'm thinking 1 to 3 inches again in those peaks, especially above about 2,500 feet. So if you're in the valley, in Cherokee County, I wouldn't really expect to see too much in the way of flakes. Here's a look at your Christmas countdown. 5 more days. We're almost there, ladies and gentlemen, and temperatures are going to start to warm up as we get into Tuesday and Wednesday. Of course, Tuesday, Christmas Eve, Wednesday, Christmas Day, we're looking at highs in the middle 50s, so it's going to be a mild Christmas. Cold leading up to it. We're going to have several hard freezes before that, but then by the time we wake up on Christmas morning, temperatures closer to 40, and Christmas Day really the turning point into a new pattern as we close out 2024. Above normal temperatures looking very likely as the pattern completely flips heading into the end of the year. It looks like that jet stream is going to retract to the north. The cold air is going to pull up into Canada, and for the lower 48, it's going to be a mild go of it as we enter into the new year. Here's a look at your Christmas Day highs, mid-50s, overnight lows in the upper 40s. Chance of a white Christmas at a whopping 0%. So not happening this year, but there's always next year. Last time we had a white Christmas was back in 2010, where Level Field picked up 2.5 inches. Snowiest Christmas on record, 1969. Over 5 inches fell here in Chattanooga. Here's a look at your next 7 days of weather. Cold this weekend, so if you have those family get-togethers going on, definitely want to pack the jacket and maybe the toboggan or a beanie, whatever you may call it. And then by Christmas, it turns a little more mild, Paul.
Or a winter hat.
Or a winter hat. I mean, honestly, that's probably just the way to go, because I had a debate on my Facebook page not too long ago.
Oh, jeez.
Some people were toboggan. Some people were calling it a trapper hat.
Trapper hat? That's new to me.
Well, I think that was the one with the long
ears?
ears.
Oh.
Yeah, so maybe that is a trapper hat.
Trapper as
what
in...
do you call it? I don't know. Let us know.
I call it, it's not something I'll debate on Facebook. That's what I
Well, you
call-
should. That's what people are doing these days.
That's what Facebook does, huh? All right, thank you, Clay.